When Xabi Alonso was sacked as Real Madrid manager in January 2026, sources close to Carlo Ancelotti's former coaching staff at Madrid told The Athletic that they saw no solution right now to the side's situation. They said that what the team really needs is a radical overhaul in the summer, financed by the sale of a big player such as Vinicius Jr. or Jude Bellingham. So if Real Madrid do look to rebuild, where do they start and who should they look to bring in? Welcome to Tifo Football by The Athletic. There were three areas in particular that were highlighted as needing an overhaul: defence, right wing, and above all, central midfield. Now in the back line, persistent injuries to David Alaba and Antonio Rudiger have left Real light. Eder Militao has also suffered another big setback, tearing his left hamstring after last season's anterior cruciate ligament injury, his second in 2 seasons. That leaves 20-year-old Dean Howson, who is himself battling calf issues, and 22-year-old academy graduate Raul Asensio, bearing most of the responsibility at the heart of defence. The only member of the Real back four to play more than 75% of the available game time this season is left-back Álvaro Carreras. So with both Rudiger and Alaba struggling for fitness, it makes sense to start succession planning for left-sided centre-backs to provide competition for Howson. And in that regard, Borussia Dortmund's Nico Schlotterbeck seems a sensible option. The 26-year-old Germany centre-back is vastly experienced, with close to 150 Bundesliga starts, and is renowned for his progressive ability on the ball. His long-range passing is excellent. No centre-back in Europe's top 5 leagues has completed more per game since the start of last season, and he loves to fizz the ball through the lines with sharp disguised passes into midfield. Now in central midfield, the problem is more tactical. Though Madrid's midfield is packed with technically gifted and athletic midfielders with their best years ahead of them, it sometimes lacks an orchestrator to set the tempo and stamp authority on meandering games. Many of Madrid's opponents in La Liga are happy to sit deep and deny those runners space to arrive into, demanding a different type of midfielder. One who's good on the ball in tight spaces and incisive in their forward passing to help break down stubborn defensive shapes, a bit like Toni Kroos did before his retirement in 2024. Now on paper, the player within the squad best suited to such a role would be Aurélien Tchouameni. According to data from Skill Corner, the France international is one of the best at retaining the ball under pressure. And as we can see from this scatter plot, Dani Ceballos also ranks strongly, but the eye test tells us that the Spaniard does not quite move the ball on quickly enough, or have the physical capabilities to lock down such a demanding defensive role. Now there's a yearning of course for a Kroos-like player, but such a combination of press resistance, along with an ability to distribute the ball at speed and with accuracy over large distances, will prove difficult to find. Some other profiles have been discussed internally. RZ's Kees Smit is an elusive midfielder with a knack for wriggling his way out of tight situations with the ball at his feet, but at 19 years old he would need time to settle. At Crystal Palace, Adam Wharton is excellent at moving the ball forward quickly and incisively, but is a risk taker who might not fit the mould. Chelsea's Enzo Fernandez has shown that he can command the tempo of games from a deeper role, but the Argentina midfielder would likely come with a sizable price tag. And with Manchester City's Rodri and Martin Zubimendi of Arsenal firmly off the market, it will not be an easy search. But of course it's up front where the highest profile conundrum is. Galacticos Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo and Kylian Mbappe all prefer to play on the left. Mbappe has settled into more of a striker's role, rotating in and out of the number 9 position to devastating effect. But questions remain over the future of Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo, who's usually the player shifted over to the right to give the front three more balance. Rodrigo has been more lively from the left throughout his Madrid career, generating more combined expected goals and expected assists per 90 from that flank, while attempting far more take-ons on his favoured side. This suggests that should Vinicius Jr. leave, Madrid's replacement could lie within their ranks. But that would leave the right side looking light, with only Franco Mastantuono and Brahim Diaz available to step up. It could be an opportunity to look for a prime-age winger to rotate with Brahim while Mastantuono develops. Roma's Matthias Süle is two-footed, creative, hard-working, and likes to drop into those pockets of space where Nico Paz may roam next season if he returns from Italian side Como. Wolfsburg's Mohamed Amora is lightning quick and a fine finisher. He works hard to harass from the front and ensure that high-pressing systems don't fall apart. And of course, it's in Madrid's nature to target the biggest names in international football, but spreading their funds across the team and recruiting those all-important players, the unflappable holding midfielder, the commanding left-footed centre-back and the energetic right-sided winger, could help fix some of the gaps that have emerged in their superstar squad. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is home to some of the world's best sports journalists, including David Ornstein, Daniel Taylor, Ollie Kay, Amy Lawrence and James Horncastle. With the latest transfer news and insight on every Premier League football story that matters, theathletic.com puts you inside football.